I wonder if you have anything that was passed on to you by a family member. Some of us have all sorts of things that we keep because they've been passed down from generation to generation. Pieces of jewellery or furniture, recipes, ornaments, a funny shaped nose. Now sometimes the stuff that we're passed down from our parents or grandparents or their grandparents are not things that we really want. Sometimes it's odd tat that you're not really sure the purpose of. But always the reason that these family heirlooms are given to us is because someone believes that they have value. Not necessarily that someone thinks they're worth a lot of money. Maybe they hold sentimental value. That they've wanted you to have it for a reason. I know my dad's inherited a grandfather clock from my grandparents which holds some sentimental value. It will forever remind me of struggling to get to sleep at their house as it chimed out every hour. I wonder what you've got that's been passed on to you. I wonder what you might be intending to pass to the next generation. Psalm 89 starts with these words. I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. With my mouth I will make your faithfulness known through all generations. I will declare that your love stands firm forever, that you have established your faithfulness in heaven itself. You have said, I made a covenant with my chosen one. I have sworn to David, my servant. I will establish your line forever and make your throne firm through all generations. When he chose Abraham in Genesis 12, God made a promise that his descendants would be like the stars in the sky and that the whole world would be blessed through Abraham's family. And this promise, this covenant, was passed down to Abraham's son Isaac and grandson Jacob. It was passed down to his descendants, renewed when they became a nation of their own under Moses. It was passed down and reaffirmed once more to the greatest ever king that nation had known, King David. And Psalm 89 picks this up. Praise to the faithfulness of God for keeping his side of the promise, the covenant, through all the generations that have gone before. And looking forward to the way in which God would continue to keep his covenant with his people in the days to come. For God has promised David that his line will be established, an eternal throne through all generations. Jesus then is the recipient and the fruit of this promise. He has inherited from his forefather David. It is Jesus' throne that will be established for all time. In birth and life, death and resurrection of Jesus, God's covenant promise, given from generation, passed on from generation to generation, is kept. There is no greater thing that we can pass to the next generation than a covenant relationship that we have with God through Jesus. There is no greater heirloom than an invitation into the kingdom of God. And just as we can pass on our faith, so too we can be confident in the faithfulness of God, who has kept his covenant for thousands of years, from generation to generation to generation, with his people.